Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be unveiling economic secrets. So in our economy, huge figures like Goldman Sachs and the Federal Reserves, their every decision could strongly affect each and one of us. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. So let's get right into it. And now to my first point, which is market symphony unfold. So the US has performed really well lately. Just a while ago, their GDP was 4.9%. And now, their GDP is 5.2%, which is incredible because, for reference, normally if a country gets 3% GDP, it's already great. It's stable and it's in fact kind of high. But in this case, US got 5.2% GDP, which is absolutely incredible. But instead of popping champagnes, the Fed in the leadership of Jerome Powell, instead of celebrating, they're kind of cautious, which is actually a good thing. If you look at it, many mistakes that the Fed has done in the past is due to not high enough cautious to what's happening around the economy. But in this case, even with the economy doing so well, they're still trying to control the tempo and trying to be stable so they do not accidentally get into another bad economic situation. And now to my second point, which is potential inflation plot twist. So, current situation, right? GDP is doing great in the US. They are the main character, 5.2% GDP. But they have a very horrible problem because in the past two times where they had the Fed's meeting, they had a pause on increasing or decreasing or doing anything about the interest rates. And personally, I think right now could be a pretty good time to increase interest rates because GDP is soaring, right? So normally when GDP or basically the economy is doing great, you should increase the interest rates because you might face with potential inflation problems. Normally, inflation comes from great economy situations. When economy is blooming and soaring, everybody increase prices, demands increases, and inflation strikes. And honestly, we do not want to go through that again. And at the same time, the Fed is a bit skeptical about pushing the interest rates or lowering the interest rates. So yeah, that's just me saying that right now could be a pretty right time to increase the interest rates. But based on what I know, the Fed doesn't seem to want that. And now to my third point, which is Federal Reserve's daring move. So in this market situation, like I have said just now, the Fed does not want to increase interest rates, which is a very daring move because inflation, first of all, have not reached the 2% target they have set. Even though it has come down a lot and it's not far from it, it is still not there yet. Plus, Jerome Powell has said multiple times that he will increase again, but then that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. And there is a 89% chance by voting that the Fed will decrease the interest rates, meaning they'll pivot by next year around May's meeting, which is kind of far from now, which also means that we will stay at this same amount of rates for the next 5 months. And it's going to hurt. I just don't know maybe if increasing interest rates and then lowering it earlier. But of course, I'm not the expert here. They are. So they say that they think not increasing the rates is better. And they think that prolonging this amount of rates, which is painful enough according to them, until next year, May, is going to solve the problem. And of course, in my opinion, that would be quite challenging against the script because like I've said in the last point, they are going against the script where when economy is doing great, you increase interest rates, but that's opposite to what they're doing right now. And now on to my fourth point, which is the stock market, which in my opinion, you have to watch out. Because other than just watching out for the interest rates and then just thinking about, oh, I think I should borrow money so I could get a loan. When can I get a loan? Or, oh, I should put my money in the bank right now. You should really pay attention to the stock market as well. Because if you can play your cards right, you can time it right, you can earn more money from the stock market. Because actually, I have also learned this recently, not too long ago, that the stock market is actually very in sync with the interest rates when it's raising and when it's lowering. When the interest rates go upwards, the stock market doesn't do so well. But when the interest rates goes downwards, which they say they're about to pivot next year, there's a high possibility of it happening. So the stock market will most probably bloom and do very well next year. Because as it lowers, they lose a spot to invest their money in. People lose a spot to invest their money in, therefore they find another spot, which will be the stock market. It's not that people don't like the stock market, it's just right now they have a guaranteed returning 6%, and they think they feel very safe and comfortable in that 6% spot, so they would not move right now. Instead, they'll move when the interest rate is being lowered. Then they'll find, oh yeah, there's the stock market. And now to my fifth point, which is personal predictions. Everybody thinks that this economical cycle can only go two ways, either a soft landing or a recession. So people like Janet Yellen and Goldman Sachs express that they think the future is going to be optimistic. They think that there is going to be a soft landing. And their reason to that is because of the strong job market. Many people are still keeping their jobs. In fact, the job employment rate in America is still increasing. So to them, it's like, well, not that much people are suffering. In fact, people are still getting their jobs. So inflation is about to come down. We're about to have a soft landing. But there are still some people thinking that, well, I don't think so. There still might be a plot twist to it because of inflationary problem, because of how good the economy is doing. Well, of course, a recession is still on the market as well. A recession is still there. I mean, if the people in the next few months, job market is doing well now, but having the rates it is at now, at this date, for the next 5 months, let's see how many people it can kill. It'll probably kill quite a huge sum, by the way, because a lot of people is going to suffer in the next 5 months because of how high the interest rates is right now, which is 5.5%, by the way. So if that happens, many people suffer in the next 5 months, losing their job, recession is gonna come instead of a soft landing, which right now is still kind of far out, so we cannot really see it properly. So to sum up the entire video, we have explored US amazing GDP performance and the potential inflation plot twist because of great GDP, and also the Federal Reserve's bold move to not increase interest rates and remain the same, and as well as a few predictions of some other people. So comment down below your thoughts about what you think is going to happen moving forward. I don't care if you're right or wrong, I want to explore them because we all don't know what the future is. If you get it right, you're the genius, Just comment down below, I want to know what you think, and I hope you learned something out of this video, by the way. I hope you like and subscribe, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.